What's going on, guys? Hey, I don't know how many was in the lounge last night, but if you've seen it, Flex was playing an old Torp video. Jig found it. It was the one about, it was the day after the one that we were initially looking for, but it was still perfect because it, he alluded to he alluded to the shit he was talking about, right? I'd never seen that before. I got to start going back and watching all them, because a lot of times I'll watch a little bit of one, then I look at it, I think I've watched it, because, Torp, he was fucking on point. Torp, that's the Torp that was needed during your debate. You had him right off the bat. Roy was saying that he's not there for drama, he's not going, but you got to remember, he came up on that panel screaming his ass off. So he's like, he don't want to be in the drama, he wants his name left out and everything. But then Torp said it. He's like, well, why are you here? Meaning, why did you come up on that panel? If you don't want to be in the drama, if you know Reese is on a fucking panel, why would you go up there if you didn't want to be in drama? Do you think being on a panel with Reese, Cherry, the latter part of Hector's career, you don't think that's gonna have drama? You don't think doing a stream the other night, Roy, what was that fucking shit? You was like, oh, cool, you was smiling, laughing, and we gotta check you for bipolarness. I don't know how they do that. You might get them sticks on your ass, I don't know, get a thermometer or something, maybe they can check it that way. I'll ask. But what I'm saying is, you was all happy and you were like laughing, and all of a sudden, boom, just like that, you went to, you got mad and you started like bitching about Flex and them pictures. But see, that's the thing about Flex, Roy. You know Flex. You know him. You've known him a lot longer than I have. Not a lot. Well, according to Jackie's math, you've known him for like 17 lifetimes or something more than me. But if you would have texted him or called him, or just a text, like I said, you could have said, hey man, I don't like those pictures you're doing. Flex would have been like, oh, I didn't mean nothing by it, and he wouldn't have done it anymore. But what you do is you see him doing it, you come in, you've been on panel afterwards, you've never said a fucking word about it. You've never said a word. You'll say, oh my God, like kind of joking around about it a little bit in chat, but you've never said it made you mad. You know that. If you would have told him one time, hell, ask Flex. I'll bet you guys, if Flex plays this, ask him when he gets to this part. I guarantee you, if Roy would have said one time, like, man, I really wish you wouldn't do that, that bothers me, he would have stopped it. Because you notice, hell, if I was him, I'd do it now just to piss you off, Roy. I'm sorry, I'm not like Flex, so like I said. But I would too. That's like that time I did that video about Roy, right? It wasn't even a fucking about Roy. It was just a point where Roy was literally on the lounge 2 weeks before that, bitching about how nobody ever takes up for him. People lie on him all the time. No one corrects anybody. So when Reese said all that shit, like you was fucking trying to scam your word, you was like, you made sure to get into a part where the cameras wasn't at. No, a bunch of stupid shit. You've never, you went up on that day, I didn't even know that happened. But you really didn't call, you just kept saying, you didn't call out the, the facts. Like, Reese, why would you fucking say the shit you say about people? That's a question for you, Reese. Why do you can't say, oh, I'm the gig news. That don't give you no fucking excuse to fuck with people's lives. You're saying that shit. Now, what if somebody, what happens? Like, you remember the Lisa thing, right? Lisa got a hold of that because you had privated a video you put up. It made her mad. I can't remember somebody, was it Robert Bradley? Maybe, I can't remember who it was. But somebody, kind of wound her up a little bit. Next thing you know, she, done all that. So what if somebody like that was hearing it now, and they heard you say Roy was trying to pull some kind of fucking workman's comp scheme or some bullshit? That could, get Roy in a lot of shit. Not in trouble because he's not doing it, but it could make it harder on what he's trying to do. It could, prolong the process. Give doubts, maybe, like, hell, he's not on workman's comp or nothing, I know it, but what I'm saying, well, he can't be, he's still working, but, my point being is, what if he did? What if he got hurt, bad enough where he had to go on that, and somebody called them because of some of that shit you said, Reese? You don't think it through. You just, see, a news station would report, if you're just saying you report on the gig news, you would just play someone's video and you would talk about that. If you had facts, like if you knew something and you could prove facts and said something, that'd be one thing. But you don't do that. What you do is you literally look at the worst possible fucking thing that could happen in that thing. You make up shit just to make it look worse than it is. And you wonder why people are mad. You wonder why, oh, click my link. Who in the fuck is going to click your link? Do you think anybody, I'm serious on this, has there ever been one person, Has there ever been one person that's clicked a link on Reese's channel and not had a negative out? I mean, you might say not at that time, but it's going to happen. Reese is going to either, you know, get mad at him about something. He's going to try to say that, you know, he's, I don't know. It's crazy. I mean, you go back for the Rev, to everybody. Anybody that's ever clicked that link or had anything to do with you, Reese. It's had it. Look at Eli. I mean, fucking Eli. You knew what Eli was. I mean, you knew, and you knew that, and you could tell at that, especially that second time after you had your first little breakup and you had the makeup sex and you and Eli come back, you knew what was going on there. Because, you know, you could see you were using them. Then when you got them finally live, you kind of, you know, fucked them over. I mean, you, not only did you let the people in the, which I, you know, hell, I'm glad you done that. It was kind of funny. But not only did you let the people in the chat attack them, you done it too. Eli seen it and he left. Then you turned on Eli. But the first time you and Eli now, you was all in on that. You seen Eli. See, that's the thing about a lolcow. A lolcow, you know, they, actual respect to them, they, you know, they don't get much respect for themselves, right? But I don't care what you say. This is a fact. Eli brings a fucking audience. I mean, he's so fucking cringy. No offense. Well, I guess all offense, Eli. You're a cringy motherfucker. Some of the shit you say, I mean, I don't even think Eli's a liar. He's just a fucking delusional motherfucker. I mean, some of the shit he says, like, here's the GNA. You don't do shit at the GNA. Matter of fact, you don't even fucking own the GNA. Tammy does. But, you know, he says shit like that, like we help people. Don and I. Don don't do shit. And I ain't even, I mean, dude, you need to get off fucking YouTube. Or I don't even know, you're like, oh, I did a video, I've been busy, I've been so busy. What the fuck have you been doing? You have nothing to do. I mean, you call busy like waking up. I mean, then you'll, every now and then you'll say that, like, oh, Dawn had doctor's appointments. I mean, shit. I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, you ought to get off YouTube and maybe, like, focus on her. I mean, this ain't even going at you, dude. I mean, Eli should literally focus on her. Look at her. I mean, you can go to Tammy's channel. I believe it's Tammy's, or it could be the other dude. But you could go to their channel, and you can see her 2 years, like right when she met Eli. She's a different person. Healthy, happy, smiling. Now, every time you see her, she's not happy. You can tell she don't want to be on camera. She fucking, I mean, she does, I mean, I'm sure, you know, she tells you, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. But you force her to do it, saying that's your, you know, your guys' company, the people need you. Dude, who in the fuck, who would take advice from somebody, marriage advice from somebody who's never been married? Who would take fucking business advice for someone who don't have a fucking business? And you, I mean, imagine that. Imagine somebody who's got money, they're starting a business. They're like, oh, here's this guy, he's going to help me with my business. And they look and see it, and they see you call your business something that you made $200, like what, twice in 7 years? It's not a very good business model there, Elias. But I mean, you never say how you're going to help anybody. You always say everybody else does this, everybody, you know, it's always somebody else's fault when something don't happen. It's always somebody's fucking with you, they're doing this, they're doing that. Which the good thing about it is I don't have to watch it no more. I mean, you know, here lately I've not had you know, not because I've been sitting back fucking with my bissels, Eli, it's because I've been out later, but I ain't got to watch a lot of shit, right? So all I got to do every day is read Tammy's little fucking summary, and I know everything. And she's, I mean, I guarantee, I have watched a few. I've seen a few she's talked about, and I went back and watched them. She's spot on, man. She ought to be she should be the fucking gig news. See, think about it. She's not even a gig worker, so she could be partial. But somebody's got to do the gig news, because you sure as fuck don't, Reese. I mean, you can't call news. I mean, I guess you could say it's like CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, you know, whatever side you know, lean toward. Because with you, if you're going at somebody like Flex, I don't give a fuck what Flex done. There is no way in fuck you would give him a positive out, you know, like make him look like he's doing something good. That dude could be like fucking handing out money to the homeless and getting them houses, and you would find something about he's doing tax evasion or something. You got fucking issues, man. You really do. I don't know. But I'm just saying, Torp, that was what you should have done Sunday. That's what you should have done. You should have went up there on Roy, and you should have just played that video you done. Like I said, I'd never seen that, but I mean, it was like a mic drop moment. It was like when you said, well, why are you up here? What are you doing here? I mean, that says so much. I mean, if you didn't want the drama and you heard people talking about you and they were saying shit, especially Reese, because you know no one fucking listens to him. I mean, you know that, Reese, you know that. But So if Reese is saying shit, I mean, yeah, he can get talking, and nobody likes to have people talk about him, but that means that you feed into the drama. If someone talks about you and you respond or, you know, engage in any kind of conversation with them, you know the drama's going to come because they're already, you know, saying stupid shit. And when you go up there, they're not going, you know, fuck, you think Reese is going to be like, oh yeah, you're right, everything I said was bullshit. He ain't admitting that. Hey Reese, you ever walk them dogs? Hey, them dogs would be hell of fucking bull riders. They got some balance. I mean, Reese going around curves at fucking 50, 60 miles per hour, and them dogs on it, they can, like, little surfers. You need to walk them, Reese. Jesus Christ. Don't say, oh, yeah, I walked them out one time. I have a video. That was the video you did the day after your and Eli's first breakup, when you was walking through the park. You looked so lonely. Kind of felt bad for you that day. Rumor has it, Reese sent Eli flowers and candy and stuff. And a blow-up doll that looked like Reese. See, Reese, I can start rumors too. See, if you can make up shit, I can do it too. I don't know, but all I'm saying is I'm gonna have to go back tonight. I'm gonna watch some of Torps' others, you know, little things. But see, that's the thing about Torp, though. Here's the one thing. See, Torp will watch fucking 10 minutes of something. Like, you could have 4 months of fucking arguing going on. And Torp will pick a random fucking video in a random fucking part and watch 10 minutes and be like, I don't see what you guys are talking about. I don't see it. Well, no shit, motherfucker. He was being all nice and friendly that time. Go back to the ones where he said that shit to NGB. Go back to the ones where, I mean, all this shit. Go back to the ones where he's fucking yelling at Flex for, you know, oh my God, Flex is such a bad person. You know, Serb's like missing on an island, and, you know, and I don't know, man. I could never, you know, go at somebody like that and say the shit you said to him, Hector, in that chat, and other people. Then when you found out it was all bullshit, even if you don't want to admit it, whatever, but, you know, everybody knows it. It ain't like you're fucking hiding anything. But I would have to come back and tell that person, like, hey, man, I'm sorry, you know, I mean, I shouldn't have said all that shit to you, I know. And I would have been really fucking pissed at Serb. I mean, if I would have put myself out there, if somebody I knew had said they were, you know, something was wrong with them that bad, like missing, the family's worried, the fucking Coast Guard's out looking, there's 3 private agencies, and I heard somebody talking about him, you know, and Flex didn't even say nothing. He, you know, you could have corrected him right off the bat and said, no, he's really missing. And Flex wouldn't have said shit, because as soon as he heard it, he did say, like, oh shit, we didn't know. But instead of, you know, correcting him, you just fucking, you know, but if I've seen somebody do that, then I've seen someone, like, you know, even after I told them they kind of did, fuck yeah, I would be like, what the fuck's wrong with you? But when I found out that that person had lied, and now here I look like an idiot too, because I was sitting there saying shit from a person that, see, Hector, you know a little bit, but a lot of people, like on Necros and shit, a lot of people remember all the shit that Serb's done. So a lot of, I know Cherry does, because you could tell Cherry didn't believe it, you know, at all. Cherry was not going to put his reputation on there. He let Hector put his reputation out there, because, you know, like, of course, he did tell you, Hector, on your channel, you know, he's going to do the bad shit on your channel, because he's got to try to get his monetization back on his channel. He's going to fuck with your monetization, not his. But it's all right, Hector, because when Bobby turned his off, you know, that was good. So you should just turn that off. Cherry turned it off for you, didn't he? I don't know. I'm gonna go watch Torps videos later. I'm gonna deliver this shit. I'm delivering, I swear to God, I delivered 12 microwave popcorn, 12 little bags to a house. Now I'm taking a fucking 24 pack of water and some cookies to another house. And it was like, well, how many miles was this? This was a lot. It paid good though, but it was a lot of fucking miles. Anyway, pretty much anybody who needs to, go fuck yourself. The rest of y'all have a good day. Jaded out.